Everyone visits DC the same way. They either go visit the White House, go see the Capitol building, or go see some monuments. But today, I'm ignoring every tourist guide out there, and I'm trying to answer one question. Could DC be the most underrated city for Muslims? I've got 5 boxes to check, and if DC checks all 5, DC deserves the title. Let's go check it out. I quickly realized breakfast was going to be the hardest meal to find. After searching around for a while, I finally came across a halal breakfast spot. So, we're looking around for some coffee spots. No, wait. If DC could get the first meal of the day right, that would be a pretty good first impression. I think I found the perfect spot. It's called Duaz DC, and they have the most perfect coffee shop here. It's women-owned, and it's all halal, and it's a coffee shop from Indonesia. So let's go check it out. Okay, so we just got here at Dua, and I got me the iced latte. I want it to be a little basic. My wife was in a 10-minute conversation with the owner about what to get and what's her favorite. I think she's the owner, and she got something called Iran, and it's a hot coffee with medium amount of sugar. I don't know the specifics about it, to be honest with you. And they also serve light breakfast. They also serve beef empanadas, and they're halal. And some things like hash browns, I think. Really good. So a perfect amount to get your day started. And the owner she was so very hospitable, service through the roof. Like, if you're in DC, this is the one spot to get your coffee. I love them here. DC definitely delivered on the halal breakfast, but that's not really what makes a city special. You can find halal food in a lot of places. I wanted to find something that is unique only to DC, so I went looking for a place that had a real connection to Islam here in the city. Yeah, we are somewhere here. And of course, the second we got there, it started absolutely pouring. We're not gonna let this rain stop us. And we're gonna go explore DC the way that we planned it to be. Let's go. So the reason why we came here is for Thomas Jefferson, and this big dome of a building is the Thomas Jefferson Memorial. And interestingly enough, one of the founding fathers owned a copy of the Quran. And that was part of the reason, and generally part of the reason why we have freedom of religion here, is because one of the founding fathers was so knowledgeable in all the types of religions. And there was references to Islam way back to the beginning of the founding of the United States. And they used to call Muslims Mohammedans, if I read correctly. So that's just one interesting fact about Islamic roots here in DC and in general America. So next up is we're gonna go to the Library of Congress to even solidify the fact that Islam had roots in the United States. Okay, so change of plans, and this always happens while you're planning trips. The Library of Congress, which is where we were gonna go, is closed. And inside the Library of Congress, they used to have, or I think they still do, Islam written on the dome of the Library of Congress. And they close on Sundays and Mondays, and today's is Sunday, so instead... Okay, so that didn't go as planned, but we got what we needed. So, Islamic history, checked. On to the next one. So, this next stop will check off the historical aspect of this whole video, and if DC checks it, DC gets another point. So, right next door, and I did not know this before, but right next door to the Middle East bookstore is the Museum of the Palestinian People. And I don't know why it's closed, but luckily the museum is open. Hopefully, let's go check. As I entered the museum, I was first greeted by the wall of portraits of Palestinian writers, artists, and activists. People whose stories and contributions are often overlooked. But what caught my attention even more were the historical artifacts that followed. There was a map of Palestine from 1919, British mandate passports issued to Palestinian residents, tax receipts stamped Government of Palestine, and even coins with the name Palestine engraved on them. Seeing all of these preserved in one place made me realize that this wasn't a collection of exhibits. It was a collection of historical records. So we just got out of the Museum of the Palestinian People. All I can say is it was a 10 out of 10 experience. The amount of information there and the archaeological evidence and the passports, the keys to the old homes of the Palestinians, the coins from British Mandate of Palestine. So much information. Nonetheless, we met some great people there, and the guy that was there, he recommended a couple of, actually like plenty of halal food options here in DC. And we are here at Giucini's Pizza. It's owned by a Sudanese brother, and the pepperoni here is halal, and we're gonna give it a try. So the pizza is here. It took them, I'm not gonna lie, a couple of minutes, but it looks good, it smells good. The vibe is here, it's raining outside. So let's give this one a try. This is the pepperoni one. Really, really good pizza, I'm not gonna lie. The pepperoni, like this is my first time having pepperoni halal on a pizza, and it's so, so good. So, pizza is 10 out of 10. DC, another check for halal food. The next stop was only a 7-minute walk away, but it was absolutely pouring, so I drove. And then of course, I couldn't find parking. So now we are here in Falafel Sam's, and as you can see, it's raining. We tried to find parking, could not find parking, even in the rain. So I'm gonna go in and just get us a falafel sandwich. I think it costs like 12 bucks, and head out. So see you there. أهلا وسهلا. مطعم حلو والله. الله يحييك. So this is the falafel sandwich, and we're gonna give it a try. Bismillah. Wow, I love it. Whoa. Wow. The owners in there were old couples, and they were so sweet. And this is like, the bread is so crunchy. 10 out of 10. DC, you are surprising me more and more. So now I think the rain has quieted down a little bit, and we're gonna go and try to catch a vibe, I guess, right? And let's go. With 3 halal foods officially checked off, it was time for Asr prayer. There was only one mosque nearby, so in the pouring rain, we made our way there. Asr is calling, and the mosque is right here, and it's the Islamic Center of DC. So let's go. The Islamic Center of Washington opened in 1957, but what makes this mosque really interesting is how international its construction was. Egypt sent the chandelier and craftsmen to decorate the mosque with Quranic verses, and Turkey provided the tiles, and Iran provided the Persian rugs. The mosque also sits right on Embassy Row, so parking was limited. We parked along the side where the sign said not to, but someone there told us it was allowed, so we took their word for it. My next challenge was to find a scenic spot, but unfortunately it started raining, so I looked for something else to do and ended up at Union Market. But honestly, it wasn't the best experience. There were very few halal options, mostly pastries and juices, and the place was pretty quiet. So I decided to save the final challenge for the next day and loosen the rules a little. It wasn't technically DC, but only a 30-minute drive northwest, and honestly, I'm so glad I did it. We are at the Great Falls here in Virginia, and there's supposed to be some spectacular views, so we're gonna go check that out. Entrance fee were 20 bucks per vehicle, and your ticket is valid for 7 days while you're here. So that's a great deal. So we have no idea where we're going. We passed by Overlook 1, Overlook 2, Overlook 3, and now we're just like following a trail here, seeing where it leads. Hopefully it leads to somewhere we just dip our feet in the water and cool off. If not, spectacular view would also do pretty well. Let's go. The view here, unspeakable. It took us a lot to come down here. Like the way down was very tricky, but the views from here is just so worth it. And it's way much cooler than up there. And just like that, we completed the challenge. 3 halal spots, a mosque, Islamic history, a hidden gem, and finally a scenic view. We had to bend the rules a little to get the last one, but honestly, it was worth it. So is DC one of the most underrated cities for Muslims? I think we proved our point.